Last winter, I found out I had lived the wrong life. Not metaphorically, not emotionally, literally. And the strangest part is, I discovered it while organizing old teacups. It was an ordinary afternoon, the kind that feels so quiet it almost erases your existence. The house was still, too still. My daughter says silence is peaceful, but there's a kind of silence that feels like an empty room after everyone has left your birthday party. That kind of silence. I was cleaning a wooden cabinet that hadn't been touched in years. Inside were objects that belonged to a version of me I no longer recognized. Wedding gifts, old greeting cards, souvenirs from trips I barely remembered. And beneath everything, wrapped in newspaper, was a small blue box. I didn't recognize it, which was strange, because at 75, you recognize everything in your house. Or at least you think you do. Inside it was a name tag with my name on it, but not the name people call me now. It said, Dr. Samira Khan, Marine Research Division. And that was impossible, because I had never been a doctor. At least, that's what I believed. My name, the one everyone knows, is Samira Ali. Widow, mother of 3, former school principal, dependable, stable, ordinary. I had lived a life people described as respectable, predictable, safe, understandable. I had done everything correctly. The right marriage, the right job, the right sacrifices, the right responsibilities. And because of that, people trusted me, relied on me, admired me. When I was 19, I wanted to study the ocean. Not because it was glamorous, but because it felt like freedom, depth, mystery, a world untouched by expectations. I used to sit for hours reading about coral reefs, deep sea vents, creatures that made their own light. It felt like proof that life could exist beyond survival. My best friend back then was Nyla. She was fearless, the kind of person who made decisions before fear had time to speak. She used to say, Samira, we are not born to become useful. We are born to become alive. I thought she was dramatic. Life wasn't about being alive. Life was about being necessary. Then my father's textile shop collapsed. Debt swallowed everything. My mother stopped sleeping. My younger brothers stopped studying. And suddenly, dreams became luxuries. So, I did what sensible daughters do. I stayed, worked, supported, helped rebuild. Years passed. Responsibility turned into identity. Identity turned into routine. Routine turned into life. I married Arif. Kind, reliable, predictable. We built something stable. A life with no surprises. No chows. No risk. I became a teacher. Then vice principal. Then principal. I solved problems. Managed crises. Guided students. Supported parents. I became someone people described as solid. And solidity feels like success when life demands structure. Nyla left. She moved abroad. Sent postcards from strange places. Diving expeditions. Research ships. Arctic waters. Coral restoration projects. Each postcard felt like a whisper from another universe. A universe where I might have existed. Then Arif died. Quietly. Unexpectedly. And the structure collapsed. Not financially. Emotionally. But I did what I always did. I remained useful. Helping my children. Raising grandchildren. Solving problems. Remaining necessary. Until that afternoon. The blue box. The name tag. The impossible title. Dr. Samira Khan. That night, I couldn't sleep. So I opened the bottom drawer of my desk. Inside were letters I had never read. Old ones, tied together. from decades ago. Among them was one from Nyla, unopened, dated 1972. My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside she wrote, "They accepted us, Samira. Both of us. The Institute confirmed your place too. We leave in September. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Accepted. Both of us." I searched further and found another letter from the Marine Research Institute. Stamped. Official. Never opened. My father had hidden them. He believed daughters belonged close to home, and I had built an entire life on a lie I didn't know existed. I had not sacrificed my dream. I had never been given the chance to choose. Nyla didn't disappear. She went on, became everything we once dreamed. I searched her name and found her, Dr. Nyla Rahman, marine ecologist, contributor to global reef restoration. She had lived the life meant for both of us. The blue box? It wasn't mine. It was hers. Sent years ago. Never opened. Inside was the name tag she had made for me. A gesture. A promise. A version of me that never arrived. At 75, I am learning about the ocean. Not as a career. Not as ambition. But as reclamation. Last month, I stood by the sea. For the first time. Not as someone's mother. Not as someone's widow. Not as someone's support system. Just as myself. And I realized something strange. I had not lived the wrong life. I had lived an incomplete one. Some lives are shaped by choices. Others by silence. If you are young, question the doors that close quietly. If you are older, open the letters you were never meant to see. Because sometimes, the truth doesn't change your past, but it changes who you become next.